Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This one, as you can already see from the title, this video is about what happens when you put the sword down. Now, obviously I don't mean physically. I don't mean, I'm walking over here, I've got my giant sword in my hand and I'm just setting it down. I don't mean that. But I mean, morally and, mentally. I think a lot of us grow up believing that conflict gives life meaning. And as long as there's something to fight against, at least we know who we are, right? That's why putting the sword down, not literally, but emotionally, feels so strange, right? Because the moment you stop fighting, life doesn't suddenly feel peaceful, it just feels quiet. And quiet, it can feel empty when you're not used to it. She's gonna be barking, by the way. There's this idea that once you let go of anger or revenge or proving something to someone, you're supposed to feel better right away. But most of the time, obviously, you don't. You just feel like you lost the thing that was giving you direction, right? And here, I'll use something that might catch you guys' attention. In Vinland Saga, once Thorfinn lets go of violence, he doesn't become strong or wise overnight, he becomes lost. The whole first season of Vinland Saga, Thorfinn is trying to get revenge on Askeladd for killing his dad. And he's trying to get revenge so bad that he actually joins Askeladd's group so that eventually he can kill Askeladd by fighting. And, Askeladd, he doesn't die by Thorfinn's hands. And, that sends Thorfinn into a spiral. And that's the part of the show that people don't like. Because we don't just want peace, we want purpose. And now we can move a little into the spiritual side of it. She's probably gonna be barking the whole video. I don't know what to do about that, because if I put her inside, she's gonna bark the whole time too. So there's a repeated idea in the Bible. The strength isn't about overpowering people, it's about restraint. About not striking back when you could, right? But if you're being honest, that doesn't feel noble. It doesn't. Like you're laying down the only thing that made you feel useful. It's like you have a restraint not to fight back or do something back to somebody that was doing something to you. It's obviously it doesn't feel good. You want to be doing that back. Let's say you walk over there and somebody kicks the back of your shoe. It says "kick me" on the back of your shirt, right? You're gonna want to kick them back. All right. So where were we at? Oh yeah, here we go. Putting the sword down doesn't make you powerful. It makes you responsible. When you're not fighting anymore, you don't get to blame the world. You don't get to hide behind anger. You don't get to clear an enemy. You kind of just have to decide what kind of person you're going to be when no one's forcing your head. And yeah, it feels empty. It feels empty at first, but maybe emptiness isn't failure. Maybe that emptiness you're feeling isn't failure. Maybe it's the space where someone or something better can finally grow. And reaching back into that Vinland Saga side of things, the reason that I'm talking about Vinland Saga is the way that it hit me when it comes to Thorfinn's character arc, right? Because when Thorfinn finally puts his sword down physically and emotionally, he doesn't feel victorious. It doesn't feel victorious at all to even watch it. It feels awkward, it feels uncomfortable. It feels like Thorfinn kind of ruined his own story in a sense. The whole first season, he's just trying to kill this one guy, he's trying to get revenge. And then he dies and he's got no purpose. There's no purpose to Thorfinn's life after that. And he doesn't become wise overnight. He doesn't become inspiring. He doesn't even become useful to anyone. He becomes almost kind of nothing. And that's the part of the story that people really don't like. Before that, violence gave Thorfinn structure. It gave him a reason to wake up, a clear enemy, a story that made his pain feel, justified. And when that was gone, there was no structure. I don't think, Thorfinn was addicted to violence in any sense. I think he was addicted to having a reason to exist. His reason to exist, obviously, revenge. And the question that is terrifying is, who am I when I'm not fighting anything? Who are you when you're not fighting against anything, When there's no clear battle or clear enemy to fight against, who do you become? Putting the sword down in real life mean to you? What should it mean to you? Maybe your sword was anger, or resentment, or proving somebody wrong, or always being ready to fight. And when you let that go, people expect you to be free, but instead you feel lost. Because the thing that made you feel dangerous, the thing that made you feel important, is gone. It's up in the clouds and it's gone, right? And to end this video off real quick, putting the sword down doesn't make you feel powerful. It doesn't make you powerful, it makes you accountable. When there's no enemy, you don't get to blame the world anymore. You don't get to hide behind your rage. You don't get a clear excuse for who you are. You just have to decide how you're going to live your life now. And at first, the space feels kind of empty, right? Maybe the emptiness isn't failure. Maybe it's the first moment when you're finally free enough to build something that isn't rooted in violence. Real quick before the video ends, the upload schedule is gonna get better. I'm gonna order a webcam. I already have a mic. I'm gonna order a webcam though for my actual computer, so that the quality will get better and all that. But yeah, the upload schedule will get better. There's gonna be edits. I'm gonna edit my videos now, and I'm gonna try and make it to 1,000 subscribers by let's say summer, so that we can actually get this thing kicked off. That's all I had to say. See ya.